Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Tuesday morning, June 16th. We're looking at the top of the past 3 days. You have the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. A lot to talk about. First off, once again, Jay Powell making the circuit talking. All he does is talk. I think it's today in front of Congress or whatever, so you have to watch out for that. That's number one. Number two, I said last night, I'm not sure if I said it on last night's video in my trading room, I said the Bears had a great day on Thursday, right? Huge gap, pushed it down. But what did they get out of it the next 2 days? Pushed down a little bit on Friday. Again, yesterday, only to be totally rejected. One time framing down it was, yes. However, basically back in balance. I said if I was a swing trader, the way the market is closed the last couple of days, I would look at a 312 call last night. Didn't do it because I'm not a swing trader and I like to come in unbiased, clear head, flat. But that certainly would have been a good trade. And the reason I'm saying that is a couple of things. We have an options expiration this Friday, right? People love to buy this SPY for the dividend, even though it doesn't yield well, right? If they're going to trade it, they might as well own it going into Friday. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, is the way the market traded Friday and yesterday. And that is sellers had a chance, continued to push, but didn't get much more from Thursday. These gaps are not normal, right? And now we have a gap to the upside as of right now of approximately 500 points. We had a downside gap from Thursday of 607 points. We have another upward gap of 673 points. There's one below for 400 or 500 points below this. This is the S&P 500. This isn't some random startup tech stock back in the in the tech bubble. This is totally not healthy. It's totally just short-term driven. And it makes it so important to be smarter than these algos as we trade. The important number today for me is 313.84, which is March's high. We're trading right now at 313.08. So that's going to be a big level for the bulls, right? To close over that by the end of the month. So let's go over destinations and try to figure out a game plan for this morning. So right now on the upside, right? We had single print. We had yesterday's high is going to be used on the downside. We had single prints, right? From the 11th. They got filled at 310.01. I'm still not, it's a little over an hour to go, but I can't, I'm not going to use those. They're right there. So right now, the first destination on the upside I'll use is 312.15, which is this high, and then filling the gap at 318.22, a 607-point gap. The odds of that being filled the first time, I don't think are good, right? Although we had a huge gap to the downside filled the other day. Plus, you have to put in perspective, we're already up 2% already this morning. So, again, do I think it gets filled the first time? No. Above that, though, we have 13 wide. Remember, right? That's a very, very, can't get more visual than that POC. 319.95. For the downside, we will use, now, I'm sorry, right now my pre-market high is 313.19. So obviously that's going to continue to go up. So we'll see what that is. That would be our first destination on the upside at 930. Downside, first destination is the pre-market low of 309.48. Then we have yesterday's high of 308.28. So again, this is going to be a gap possibly of 500 points. And then below that, remember, we had a trend day yesterday. Single prints. They started 303.80, get filled at 79. Second set, 303.05, get filled at 302.63. So what is the game plan for this morning? Well, you know my feelings on gaps of this magnitude as far as gap rules apply and whatnot. Plus, we're having a huge gap into a huge gap. You talk about two forces colliding. So I think either trade you take here, if you were to do one on the opening, is just throwing a dart and seeing if you hit it right. There is absolutely no harm in seeing how a period starts forming. If we get above the opening, don't go below it, or vice versa. It opens, get below it, and don't get above it. Do you want to take a put play at last month's high, which is basically not far from where we're trading right now, 313.84, to see if sellers show up there the first time. Again, if I did a put play there, it's certainly just to see if we get some kind of inventory adjustment, right? So you're going to have higher value. You're going to have an overnight that's long. So there's a lot of forces in play. So again, there is no harm. I had a great day yesterday. I didn't trade after I period. You have 13 time frames to trade. Whether you trade an A period, you trade an L period, M period, it doesn't matter, right? If you do the right trade, it doesn't matter how many times you trade or when you trade it. It also doesn't matter as long as you let the trade come to you and you don't go looking for it. Just very simple little bits of advice. All right, let's go to the charts. So I'm going to show you the monthly because now it's important again. March's high of 313.84, right? We're just below it. That's a very visual spot. Yes, we're one time framing up 2 months after an inside month. Powerful stuff. But we'll see now if we get some kind of pushback by the bears at that monthly high. We'll see. Weekly. I'm still calling it balanced to down because we took out last week's low. Remember the little nuance. We had a chance for an outside week down. Didn't get it. Right? Pretty small nuance that turns out to be pretty powerful because they did try to push down, and look where we are, right back into the middle of the balance. Okay, so it's still balanced to down. However, way above this balance high. So, balanced market waiting for more market-generated information. Same with the daily now. We go from one time framing down to balance, right? It's going to be a 4-day balance. And now gaps with an S on my main focus. The gap to fill here and the gap to fill from today. Which one gets filled first? That's going to be the main question. So this is still a market searching for answers. So again, you come to my room, camelbacktrading.org. You're getting these answers as the market evolves, as the market paints its picture. Come check us out. CamelbackTrading.org. Have a great day trading, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.